What's up guys, I'm Lee Morris. I'm currently here in Alaska. You can see this crazy tram behind me. I'm here at the Profoto event and they have just released the Profoto B10. I'm more excited for this light than I have been for any light in the last few years. And in this video, I'm going to give you my first impressions. So let me quickly tell you what this light is. This is a battery-powered strobe light that is supposed to be 2.5 times more bright than your average speed light. But more importantly, it also has a video light built in. So this isn't just made for still photographers. Videographers are going to love this light as well. And if you're anything like us and you're a still photographer and you shoot video at the exact same time, maybe you jump back and forth. I know a lot of wedding photographers are currently doing this. A light like this could be a lifesaver for you. So if you guys are familiar with Profoto at all, they first came out with the D1, which was a monoblock that you could actually plug into the wall. They upgraded that to the B1, which was a battery-powered unit. It looked very similar to the D1. The main issue that most photographers had with the B1 was that you could not plug it in and charge the battery and use the light at the exact same time. You actually had to remove the battery to charge the battery. And so if you started running out of power in the middle of a shoot and you didn't have an extra battery, you were out of luck. You were not going to be able to use the light. I'm so excited that Profoto has fixed this issue and they have actually added the charge jack to the bottom of this battery, and it's accessible now while the light is being used. So if you want to use these indoors, you could use them all day long and they're never going to run out of battery. And the thing that I love about this is that if you're shooting and maybe you want to move the light around and the cable's not quite long enough, all you have to do is unplug it, and then of course it has a battery built in that's already going to be charged for you. So when we're using these inside, I'm sure we're going to be leaving them plugged in most of the time just so they're ready, and then whenever we need to use them unplugged, they're going to be charged up. Now when you compare this with the B1 or the B1X, it's obviously significantly smaller than those lights. You are going to lose one stop of power. So the B1, the B1X is a 500 watt light. This is a 250 watt light. So you are losing one stop of power, but most photographers aren't going to need that extra stop anyway, especially if you're going to be shooting indoors. Having 500 or 1,000 watts probably isn't necessary. So talking about just the strobe light, the battery on this thing is capable of producing 400 full powered flashes. If you even go to half power, they claim that you'll be able to do around 700 to 800 flashes. So even though this battery is extremely small, much smaller than the battery on the B1 or the B1X, it really could potentially be used all day. So the one feature that I'm really excited about as a videographer is the fact that this also has LED lights inside, and these are also color shiftable. I'm not sure if you can see this outside, but from our quick little tests inside while we played with this light, it appeared to be as bright as some other handheld AA battery LED panels that color shift that we own and use all the time. So the fact that it was about as bright as those, and you know, they tend to be about this big, I was impressed. Now, one small light that we're currently using to film with is the Felix light. And the reason why we like this little light is because it's very small, you can color shift, and it's the exact same circumference as the Profoto head. So all of our Profoto modifiers that we already own work with the little Felix light. Now, the only issue that I have with the Felix light is that they're just not that bright. They're very small, they're very convenient to use, but they're just not that bright. And they seem almost about as bright as the Profoto B10. Obviously, I don't have one of the Felix here with me to do a side-by-side comparison, but it is exciting to know that we might be able to completely get rid of our Felix lights and use these exclusively, because you can actually plug them in and use them all day long. But these also have the battery built in, which the Felix does not. So that's an exciting feature for me. Let's quickly talk about build quality. As you can expect from Profoto, this thing is built like a tank. It is made of plastic, but this is very robust plastic, and this feels much more dense than the other Profoto lights that we own. It feels like they've packed everything that was in the B1 into this B10 and taken about half of the space out. Now the B1 does have a fan in it, and at times it can get pretty loud. It was actually so loud that it was wrecking some of the videos that we were trying to film with it. This light apparently does have a fan. I cannot see the fan. I cannot see any holes where the fan would be able to suck in or shoot out air, and I've never heard or felt the fan turn on. So far, this thing has been exactly like a speed light or a little LED panel. It has not made a sound at all. I've been told by Profoto that if you are flashing a lot, and especially if you're shooting outdoors and it's really hot, the fan may come on, but that you should never actually be able to hear it. So once again, if you're shooting video or you're shooting very quiet situations, like for instance, a wedding, you shouldn't have any issues whatsoever when it comes to sound. Now, one really interesting thing that they've done with this light is they give you two different ways to mount it. Right now, it doesn't have any sort of arm or handle on it. And what it does have is the 1/4-inch thread on the bottom here. You could actually screw in a plate and you can attach this to a tripod rather than a light stand, or you could screw in a light stand directly to the bottom of this. I love having that option because in many cases I'm not traveling around with a light stand, but I will have a tripod, and so I like the ability to use that tripod as a light stand in certain situations. Now, this light also comes with a handle that also tilts up and down, and it also has an umbrella bracket as well. We've actually been enjoying using that handle just handheld so that we don't have to use a light stand at all. But because this light is so small, you are capable of just holding it in your hand and you don't need the handle at all. Now, a lot of photographers didn't really like the B1 system because the lights were so big and so heavy that they were afraid to use them outside without tons of sandbags or assistants holding those light stands. I have to say, this light is so small and so lightweight, it feels to me like maybe 2 speed lights, maybe 3 speed lights. And I know a lot of wedding photographers have 2 speed lights in a speed ring set up permanently throughout the day, so they're accustomed to that size light. I think you're going to be able to use this light without having to worry about it being super top heavy and toppling over. Now, when we're talking about the build quality and design, of course, one of the most impressive things about Profoto is their mounting system for their speed rings and all of their modifiers. They've actually come up with a much more compact system, which is the OCF system, and it still works in the exact same way. It's just a little bit smaller and easier to get on these smaller lights, but keep in mind, all of the old modifiers that you have that work with the Pro heads will still fit on this, which is really, really nice. So you just slide it on here, and then it just ratchets down, and it has rubber that just kind of holds it in place. I find this to be so much easier and faster than dealing with those metal mounts where you have to fit the teeth in and then spin it and lock it and unlock it. I think this, at first glance, may not be quite as sophisticated, but when you actually use it, it's so much easier, and it's never failed me before. Let's talk about the buttons and how this thing actually works. I have to say, Profoto's done an incredible job of simplifying everything, and at this point, anyone could pick up this light and in just a few seconds they could figure it out. You're not going to have to read any sort of manual. There's only one button, and then there's 2 knobs, and each of those knobs are a button themselves as well. The white button turns the flash on and off. It also test fires the flash. The large button in the middle actually controls the power of the flash output, and if you press that button, it takes you into the menu. And then the button on the left turns on and controls the power output and the color temperature of the LED hot light inside this thing. The screen on this looks much better than any of their other lights, and I love the fact that they've simplified the buttons as well. Now, the first thing that we wanted to test out with this light was just how bright it is. And obviously we don't have a lot of tools here with us in Alaska, but we did bring a speed light with us. Profoto claims that this is just as powerful as 5 speed lights at full power. We put this light next to a speed light and we started firing them both at full power, and we did not find that there was the 2.2 stops of performance with this light compared to a speed light. Instead, we found maybe a little less than 1.5 stops better performance with this light. So you might expect to get somewhat similar output to 2 speed lights rather than the 5 that this suggests. Now, although I wish this was a little bit more powerful than it is, I have to say I would much rather have this system than 2 or 2.5 speed lights all connected and have to worry about all the AA batteries and all the different connections to keep them working. I love the fact that this is all one super small package that has a much more powerful battery attached as well. The other thing that you'll find with the circular shape of the Profoto heads is that you will get more flattering, even pleasing light out of this flash head than a standard square speed light. If you're strobing, for instance, a wall, you will actually see hard shadows cast by a standard speed light that you will not see with a Profoto head like this or any of the other Profoto heads. It has a much more even feathered circular light output for this, and so a lot of photographers like this when it comes to direct flashing their subject, but they also feel that it fills out different soft boxes and beauty dishes much better than a speed light as well. Now, the next thing that we tested out was the Profoto Air remote system, and I have to say, when I compare the Profoto Air remote to the Pocket Wizards that I'm used to using, they are so much more reliable. We've been using Profoto and the Profoto Air remotes for years now with our D1s and B1s, and I don't know that we've ever had a single misfire. It's just infinitely more reliable than Pocket Wizard. So I'm excited to say we had incredible results with this as well. You have 8 different channels, and then you have 3 different groups as well. The one downside to the Profoto Air remote system is that it does not tell you the power output on the Air remote. And so if you turn on the flash, you actually have to look on the back of the flash to figure out your starting point, and then you can change the power output in tenths of a stop increment up or down, and it will tell you that it's changing, but it won't tell you where you're changing to or where you're changing from. So I was constantly having to ask my assistant, hey, can you show me the back of the flash? Or hey, tell me what the flash says right now, just so that I had an idea of where I was. Now, if you reach the bottom of the flash output or the top of the flash output, the remote will beep at you, which is nice. It kind of warns you that you've reached the maximum. So hitting up or down isn't going to do anything. But I do wish that Profoto would upgrade that in the near future, and I'm sure they will eventually, but from what I've been told, the remote and the flash do not actually communicate with each other. It's just sending bursts of signal to the flash, and so therefore at this point in time, it can't actually tell you what the flash output is going to be. Now, that being said, one of the big upgrades with this light is that you can get the iPhone app, and that app connects through Bluetooth, and that will tell you all of the settings on your flashes. You can also control each of the lights in different groups, and you can turn on and off the video light, and you can dim the light, and you can change the color as well remotely. Now, obviously, because it's over Bluetooth, you're not going to get quite as good of range as you are with the Air remote system, but it is a nice little addition to have, especially if you're going to be placing these lights in hard to reach places and you're not going to actually be able to see the back of the light. Having the iPhone right next to you, where you can easily change those output numbers, makes things much, much easier. So you're probably excited about these lights, but you want to know how much do they cost? And keep in mind, these are Profoto lights and they're not going to be cheap. One of these lights costs $1,600, and it comes in a really cool soft case with a zipper, and it's got compartments for everything inside. So not only do you have the light, but you have the charger, and you have all of the additional cables that you might need here, as well as the hand grip also. If you'd like 2 of these lights, you can get them for $3,200, no discount there, but what you do get is a Profoto backpack that's custom made to fit these lights. And what I particularly like about this backpack is it has a slot here in the back that you can put over rolling luggage or a Pelican case, and it makes it a lot easier to travel with, so you're not having to keep this on your back all the time. So who are these lights for? Obviously not everyone. I mean, at $1,600 a light, they're certainly not cheap, and there are many other flash battery powered lights out there that are much cheaper, just a few $100s. So this light's really made for the photographer slash videographer who's shooting everything at one job. And that's definitely us. And I can remember back when I was shooting weddings, I was constantly flipping between still photos and video all throughout the day. If I could have had a light like this that could be used as a strobe, and I could wirelessly turn on and color shift over a distance to shoot video with, that was my dream just a few years ago. So I'm very excited for this light when it comes to wedding photographers especially. But for what we do at Fstoppers, it's also great as well, because we're constantly shooting with hot lights out on location, and occasionally we want to use strobe. So I love the idea that we can have a hot light with a strobe built in. It kind of gives us the best of both worlds. Now keep in mind that you can go out and you could buy a speed light for less than $100 these days, and you can go on Amazon and you can get a dimmable, color shiftable LED panel for less than $50. We use them all the time. They do a great job. So you're saving like $1,500 by going that route over the Profoto. But keep in mind, what you're paying for with Profoto is of course the brand name, but you're also paying for the ability to use all of those light modifiers as well that probably you already own if you're watching this video. And that's really where the premium is worth it. Because if you already own those modifiers, using just an LED panel works in some situations, but not all the time. So I love the idea that I'm going to have one light where everything's built in. I can use it for stills, I can use it for video, and I can still shape the light the way that I'm accustomed to, and I can do it all without wires. For more information just like this, head over to fstoppers.com for daily free content. And if you'd like to check out our full-length photography tutorials, head over to fstoppers.com/store.